Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, disneylandforever.com. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
It's Jordan.
And Daniel.
And we are somehow alive and awake.
Yes.
After that long weekend.
D23 was fun, but very exhausting.
You've worked the last 2 days.
Yes.
And you're still alive.
Barely.
Yay.
Yeah, it's not been too bad. It's nice to have a week off, even when you have to work 2 days in a row, 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, but you know what? It's, I had work too, not as much as you, but I definitely slept in quite a bit on the days since we've been back.
Which means you slept till 6 a.m.
It was till 8.
Oh my goodness.
That's sleeping in for me.
That's nearly dead for you.
It is, I know. But I slept in, and I've been taking naps in the middle of the day too, because I just can't possibly. Our cat has been appreciating that.
She's so clingy.
Yep, every time we come home, she's very clingy. But she's been appreciating that she can just nap on me most of the day. I'm like, well, I guess that's what I'm here for. That and to get you food every once in a while.
Yep. Oh, you're talking about me?
No, never you.
Cat.
Nope. So obviously what we are going to be talking about today is all the D23 stuff, a lot of announcements, a lot of our thoughts, and also probably a little bit of it just the expo itself, which I guess is no longer called the D23 Expo. We never realized.
Yeah, that was weird.
It
just said D23 fan experience.
The ultimate
Disney fan experience.
Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then we did ask you guys for some questions online because we wanted to make sure that we got everything answered that you wanted to. So we're not necessarily going to go through every question because some of them I know we're going to answer, but it'll just be to make sure that we got everything. It'll just be you're keeping us in check.
Were there a lot of them? I didn't even look.
A few. A few.
Okay.
But first, we do have a new review.
We do indeed. It is from Colleen Rose 86. It said, weekly DL fix. This podcast puts a smile on my face every week, helping me get a Disney fix between trips. I grew up going to Disneyland, and my dad was a cast member in the 70s, but I always learned so much from Jordan and Daniel. After moving back to California 3 years ago, I now get to share my love of Disneyland with my 3 kids who love listening as well. It even inspired my first Disney cruise, where I happened to run into these guys. Thank you for keeping me up to date while I'm always planning my next trip.
That's true, we did, huh?
Yes.
So, yay! Nice to hear from you now.
Yes.
I think that's high praise when it said that their dad was a cast member.
Yeah.
But we provide more information.
Well, that was...
Ego boost. No, I know. Let me have the ego boost just for a moment.
In the 70s, there were 2 rides and a big parking lot for DCA.
It's easy to know the secrets of how California Adventure worked back then.
Yeah.
They paint a line on the ground and they're done.
My ride is going in my car. Woo! Yay! Do you have to pay for that?
Yes, so it's parking.
Oh, that's true. Do you have to show a ticket?
Yeah, that's called the parking ticket.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so thank you for that. Before we forget, because we may as well say before we forget to say anything else, but we ran into 2 listeners while we were at D23 as well, which were super fun. And
I don't think we asked the first.
We always forget one.
I know.
And then I'm glad that you remembered with Rebecca.
I'm just so bad at it. I'm bad at interactions with people.
It never even crosses my mind. But we appreciate both of them coming and saying hi and talking to us because we always appreciate when people come and say
Was it
something.
Rebecca that was saying, you do walk fast and you had to
No, because she didn't know we were there.
That was the other one, yeah.
Yeah, that she was like, you do walk fast. Yes. I can say right now, one of the questions that people asked is, how tall are you? Because you're always saying about how tall you are. We're just over 6 foot.
6'2".
But anyway.
I'm 6'2", Jordan is 6'1" and 23 24ths.
Except for when we sit down.
Yep.
Because
I am all legs, no torso.
And I'm even.
You're a normal
anyway,
proportion.
So thank you guys for saying hi. We always appreciate when people come say hi to us. But we're glad that this is something. I'd actually, because one of the listeners, the one that we didn't ask her name, they were also saying that they love listening with their children. as well. And it was actually her daughter who said, if you see them, make sure that you say hi. And I appreciate that there's a lot of you that do say like, oh, me and my family, like our children love listening to you. I'm like, good. Because we actually kind of hope so. There's a reason in case you're wondering, it is a conscious choice to make sure this stays extremely family friendly.
I was just going to say, I've held back a few swear words, even benign ones.
It does help that we have some of our friends who routinely tell us that their children know us best because they listen to us in the car. Like,
they try to talk to us through it, and then they're like, no, they can't hear you.
I know. So sorry, Alice, if you do end up hearing this. Thank you guys so much for something and saying something. I'm glad that you're listening with your family because we really want you to. Like it's a conscious choice that we want it to be that way. So I'm glad that you've done so. If you haven't done so yet, make sure that you leave us a review on Apple, Spotify, or Audible. 5 stars, please. Or you can also leave us a 5-star review, just like this one on Apple, and we really appreciate them. So keep them coming. We love
6 stars if you can.
That is not a possibility. Okay, there actually is some small Disneyland news. This has nothing to do with D23. This is just other stuff that has happened in the last week that we do want to quickly cover. First of all, Disney has filed permits to demolish the 4 ticket booths on the east side of the Esplanade.
Which they don't use anyway.
Yeah, they only really use the 2 on the west side.
Yeah, one for still there. DAS type stuff.
Both of them for DAS. They don't use them for tickets at all.
Oh, that's right. It's
tickets is over where the Lost and Found
was.
It still is.
Is-ish. It's where you go to reclaim it if you get an email from them.
But the other 4, that's not surprising because they're probably going to have to demolish them when they finish building the new entryway, which is currently under construction on the corner of Catella and Harbor. So that's probably, people are speculating that's why. But also, they don't use them.
Yep.
So
there's no paper tickets anymore. Everything's online. Soon Disneyland will just be this augmented VR experience.
You heard
probably.
Jon Favreau talking about Oswald. Anyway, so no time frame on when that will happen. It's just that the permits have been filed. Also, over at California Adventure, there has been some construction going on, and it's hard to describe where this area is. If you're heading into the park, it's just past the Carthay Circle, but right before the entrance to Adventure's campus. They use it during, it's like this little area that is
for food and wine.
They usually use it for food and wine, and I think sometimes for the festival holidays they'll put like a booth back here, but otherwise there's a door that's closed. There's been some construction back there, but Disney has announced that it's going to be something called Bountiful Valley Brews, a kiosk, and it's going to be selling. They act like it's probably just going to be beer.
Well, I was thinking brews, like they're going to punch you and you're going to get a bruise.
I'm sure that that's exactly what you thought because you think that you're really funny.
I am hilarious.
They did say that it's going to be like focusing on local breweries and selling that. I'm like, whatever. I don't really care.
We are not huge beer fans.
And when we say not huge, we mean like not. So like cool, fine, moving on. So we don't know when that's opening. They just finally have said this is happening, and we assume that this construction has to do with that. So if any of you are wondering, what is Disney going to do about all these people that are now constantly standing up on Tiana's Bayou Adventure?
They're going to kick them out.
There used to be signage around the queue for Tiana's Bayou Adventure that just said that if people who stand may be escorted from the park. But now there are signs all over that have been installed that say that if you stand up, you will be removed from the park. So they are just kind of letting people know there is no standing.
I was sure that after the first one, there'd be copycats. Like, oh, I'm so cool. Let's do a TikTok
I was hoping that maybe people would be smarter than that, but apparently you can't trust people.
Nope.
So I don't know why I thought that.
Don't get out of anything. Pirates, Splash, or that Tiana's, anything. Just stay seated until you're told to get up.
Yeah, so that's how they're dealing with it, is that they are still not required to put safety restraints in because honestly, there's no reason
there's no
for
need
them.
For it per se.
There's nothing that's going to make you fall out of the log as long as you don't stand up. And so there's no reason to, so they're just saying like stand up and you're going to be exiting the park. On a lighter note, Bob Iger, the former president and CEO of the Disney Company, has been honored with a window on Main Street USA. They did that. I think they said it was the same
It was the morning of.
Was it the morning of the Legends ceremony?
Yeah, they did it early in the morning. They said.
And I know that it says New Century Builders Robert A. Iger on it. It's pretty prominent.
Where's the one for Bob Chapek?
Yeah, that's never going to happen. But so that's really cool. Anytime that they honor somebody with a window on Main Street, it's a big deal, especially if it's a Main Street in Disneyland, because it's usually like the second-class citizens that get windows on Main Street in the Magic Kingdom. Because there's just, finite number of windows.
I'm just waiting for them to put one up for both of us.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Disneyland Forever podcasters, most famous.
Are you feeling okay?
Sure.
Because I don't believe it. That's all the news. That's all that. So nothing major, just some small things, and then the rest of it is what we're going to be talking about now. Should we start talking about the announcements, or start talking about our experience at D23? I'm feeling more announcements, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's announce what they're going to be doing.
Okay, so we will. Right now, I just want to talk about the actual announcements that came up regarding Disneyland, and then from there, we will talk more in general about our experience with D23, because I know there are some people that immediately got in touch with us about what did you think about all this? Mm-hmm. And there were several of you that those were your questions online, or what did you actually think? Like, we will go through it. So the very first thing that they announced, actually it was the very first thing of the night that they announced, was that Remember Dreams Come True is going to be returning to Disneyland in February of 2027. If you guys do not remember Dreams Come True. This was originally the major fireworks show that was developed and premiered as part of Disneyland's 50th anniversary in 2005. And it ran for nearly 10 years until it was replaced by Disneyland Forever. And they have updated it. They said it is going to be an updated show. The funny thing is, with the name of Disneyland Forever, you'd think that it would be more Disneyland-centric. Remember Dreams Come True is actually far more Disneyland-centric. Like, it is basically just all about the park.
Oh, because, Disneyland Forever was about, like, movies, too, right? Or just
a lot, yeah. Whereas this one, it's more about the park itself. The original was narrated by Julie Andrews. I don't think this one's going to be narrated by her anymore, because that was her 22 years ago.
Yeah.
They're not going to hear that.
She's still alive.
Yeah, but I think they're probably just going to just re-record the narration.
Yeah.
So that will be coming. It's a great show. You guys will love it. So Remember Dreams Come True is coming into February 2027, as is an updated version of the OG World of Color.
Like we said would happen.
Yeah,
we were right. Yay.
Who guessed that might come around? So, yeah, it's going to be OG in terms of there is
songs and the feel, right, the storyline of it. But yeah, they're going to update and have more movies passed up.
Yes.
Like will not be the last one. Yeah.
Passed up. So that'll be updated and premiere in February as well. So 2 big shows returning with updates. That's actually a really positive thing.
And hopefully you can actually see what the animations are, because the OG World of Color was terrible. You couldn't see anything. Like the way it looked.
Terrible in what way? Let people know.
The projections. No, it was a
great show. You gotta be careful, because when you tell people like it was terrible, I know that you mean the projections were terrible.
Yeah, the show was great. You couldn't see what was going on.
Okay. Just to be clear of everything. Also, in the summer of 2027, Magic Happens is going to be returning to Disneyland. I am not shocked by this in any way, shape, or form. I figured this parade was coming back.
It was very brief in its 2 stints, right? It was 2.
Yeah. So, like, of course, they're going to be bringing it back. I don't know. I really don't know why they can't have that and Paint the Night.
I'm assuming it's a space thing, but
I assume too. But I think there's been some reports that it's going to have some updated floats, which I'm like, it doesn't need to.
No, it's pretty up to date.
They can do the same floats and it's still going to be fine. But those were the first 3 announcements they made of the night. So bang, bang, bang. Really cool.
The updated float is to honor you and me, remember?
Will you stop with that? Okay, next they were talking about Avengers Campus. I mean, after a little while, they eventually came back around to Avengers
Campus.
After the
very cheesy
we don't need to get into that.
Progressness.
We don't need to get into that right now. I liked it. I know you hated it. So we got some... First of all, we knew they weren't going to say much about Stark Flight Lab because they've talked so much about it already. They didn't talk in great detail about Infinity Defense, except that they showed us some like behind-the-scenes looks at their construction progress. There are some very large props going on and being built inside that building. And it all looks really impressive. The biggest thing is that they announced that there's just a litany of actors that are reprising their roles for cameos in both Avengers Infinity Defense and Stark Flight Lab, like Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Mackie, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Evans, too.
Did they say Chris Evans?
I'm pretty sure.
I think they did, actually.
Yeah.
Now that you say that. I can't remember the actress's name, but I think... no, I'm not. I'm just going to say it because I can't remember now if they said her or not. But Brie Larson is definitely coming back.
And then it's one of them's hosted by Ms. Marvel, which
Yes, Iman Vellani.
Yeah,
I believe that's her name.
For the Infinity
Defense is that you actually are recruited by Miss Marvel.
Yep.
And so if the character is in the ride, it's being reprised by their character or by their actor. So that's a big deal. They didn't talk much any other details about it other than that, and just said that both rides are going to be opening in 2028.
Yeah. I thought it would be 27. I know it's not moving super fast, but they're still moving on it. So.
I thought that Stark Flight Lab might be in 27 if they were okay with the two opening at different times.
Yeah. Nope. They're
Evidently
doing both together.
Not. They want them to go together. So they will both be open. They did say, though, that the pathway between Avengers Campus and Cars Land will be opening
soon this year.
They said very soon.
Yeah.
They never said this year.
That's
they just
true.
said very soon.
I assumed this year, but who knows?
I hope it's this year. And I know that's why I even bothered posting it as an update. It's like, guys,
it's coming back.
They're going to be opening up that pathway.
It's so annoying to go all the way around.
And I know everyone knows that. In terms of the Coco themed ride, they did not share a ton. And we
had to ask people, ask Imagineers.
And they're actually, the answer was there is no answer. So first of all, I think this looks like the queue area of the ride. They did say that they're trying to pull it all together so that during the Halloween season, because they already do so much with Dia de los Muertos around Plaza Gardens, they're trying to tie it where they could have the whole thing go from the Plaza de Familia and the Plaza Gardens all the way to the Coco ride. And so when you go into the entrance in the queue, you're going to be outside in the Casa Museo, which now will have a statue devoted to Hector Rivera for being this beloved songwriter and everything. And then you will go in the ride, and it will take place a year after the events of Coco, which I don't understand why that matters when they said you are going to be revisiting the land of the dead through Miguel's memories. Yep. So then the year later doesn't really make a difference.
No. But yeah, it's supposed to be like in between Coco 1 and 2. So.
But apparently that's all we know right now.
And it's a water ride.
Well, we already knew that. Because in the Horizons booth on the showroom floor, literally the only thing they had on display was the statue of Hector Rivera.
Yep.
And when we asked about it, they said even right now the ride vehicles are not finalized. They don't know for sure what they're going to look like. They are not done designing this ride. Even though they are building it, they are not done designing it.
And we talked to one of the cast members who's working on the HVAC stuff for it.
Yeah.
Still have no clue about it.
Well, yeah, and there is no name. Like they didn't announce a name because they said there is no name for it at this point. I did bring this up and post it because I think given Disney's current push with Disney Cruise Line in California, I think this makes a big difference for people visiting Disneyland, that Disney Cruise Line is actively doubling the number of sailings they have out of San Diego every year. And we already knew from friends of ours that Disney has been wanting to push more to tell people, you could sail out of San Diego and then go to Disneyland right after, and they're really close.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people do that in Florida with Port Canaveral and Disney World. I wonder why they don't go out of Long Beach if they're going to be increasing, because it's
Does Long Beach do cruises?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure? I thought it was mostly like a shipping port.
No, I'm pretty sure they do cruises, because I think one flight we went on, we were talking to someone, they're like, "Oh, we're going on a cruise."
Well, the Port of San Diego is much bigger.
I'm going to look this up. And indeed, yes, they do. The Carnival does it.
Did we pause this so that he could look it up?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
That's okay. Moving on.
Oh, right. So that's the only reason why we mentioned it. So if you are thinking about it, just something to consider for the future, I guess, for your family trips. The last announcement they made, I really, for so many reasons, inside I was like, who would have thought that the one thing that we mentioned, they were like, oh, it's just a joke. It's never actually going to happen.
They keep talking about it. It's never going to happen.
That they actually announced that they are going to be redoing Tomorrowland at Disneyland. And I never just like involuntarily shout out. I very involuntarily shouted out.
And then started crying.
I very instantly started crying. Very, very much so. You guys have no idea how much this meant. And in case anyone's actually going to say, like, so what are they doing? Literally not one detail.
No one knows.
Literally not one detail. The last 2 minutes were an intense 2 minutes because right after that, they announced the return of the Dreamfinder and that they're keeping Figment in Epcot. And that's Dan's favorite thing.
Yes. Make the ride better. It's not 1990s grainy Nigel, man.
Yes. It was an intense last couple of minutes. So yeah, we have no idea other than they said that they are wanting to go back to the original roots of what Tomorrowland was meant to be.
With new attractions. They did say that.
They said there will be new attractions.
Open spaces.
And open spaces. I think that means that the People Mover track will be removed and Rocket Tower Plaza is going to be removed. And if you don't know what that is, that's why it's going to be removed.
It's just there. And who knows about Star Wars Launch Bay formerly and the Starview Station?
The only things that I know for certain will definitely stay because they'll never get rid of them are Space Mountain and the Autopia. They will never get rid of the Autopia.
Yeah, it's too historical.
It's too historic for them.
And they already know they're making the
the
electric cars.
Star Tours and the Submarine Voyage, I think, are maybes, along with the because of the Starview Station, the old Carousel Theater is also a maybe. I would have thought it was definitely going away, but they built the Starview Station. I can't picture them taking things away from DVC members.
If they do, I can see them possibly tearing it down to do something different so that they can be part of, because it's just, otherwise it's wasted space.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Because they could also move the restaurant into the bottom floor of that one.
Yeah, that's true.
And then use the restaurant space for something else. So those are maybes. I think Buzz Lightyear is definitely going to be gone.
I would assume.
100%. I do not expect Buzz Lightyear to survive the new Tomorrowland. I do not expect it in any way, shape, or form. But that's all speculation. That's not what Disney has announced, and we have no timelines on this whatsoever. So that's it for the announcements. I think I can start off talking about this because I think someone even asked, because they said, would you compare this experience panel to the last one?
Weirdly more entertaining to a point of cheesiness, but not as informative and not as much news. But it makes sense, though, because the Disney Imagineers have so many things that they have already announced and are currently working on that it would be kind of weird if they're like, oh, and here's like 20 other things that we're going to maybe do, because it's just a lot.
Yeah. I did not anticipate.
I mean, Disney World alone has like 8 projects they're actively working on. So they're not
2 in the Magic Kingdom, 1 in the Animal Kingdom, 1 in Hollywood Studios, but they're all major.
Yeah.
And those aren't counting the resorts that they're building.
Right. Just so much stuff.
So, yeah, there's a lot. Honestly, my expectations were not as high as the last one because I knew, like, they're not going to announce that many new things because there's so much that they announced that they're not done with.
We thought that they would say a little more details on things, like the Coco attraction, and even mention the word Avatar, which they did not. They said it maybe once.
We'll talk about it later.
But, yeah.
But that's... So... It's not like it was my favorite experiences panel, but I also, they leaned into the shtick really, really hard, which I know did not land well. There was someone who asked, was it as awkward in person as it was? I did not think so. I thought this would be awkward. I immediately thought there were moments where I'm like, this would be awkward for someone watching TV. Online. It's not as awkward when you're in person.
That is true.
Because you can feel the room. They are reacting to the room, and you can't... That's something you can't replicate through a screen.
The whole Gloria Gaynor, why is there a whole huge number about Disco Yeti? Which not about...
They got lost in the shtick a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that. But, I mean, in some ways you could see how it was... Their point was saying, we hear you. Because everything was self-referential. Everything was
self-deprecating. Because they're like, what's the name of the... What is it? What do people call the Yeti? Disco Yeti.
Or the fact that they made fun of the Hatbox Ghost in the Magic Kingdom, saying it comes too soon because everyone makes fun of that.
Yep.
Like, everything was making fun of it because they're just basically saying, we hear what you're saying. We know what you're talking about. This was Thomas Maslam's first D23 as the head of Disney Experiences.
Which I want to know, what is that accent? Something European.
I didn't look him up. But I think that was really kind of the point, and they thought that working through the shtick would help drive that home. And I think sometimes it got lost. But I still appreciate it because I'm like, they're trying to make it a show.
The
They're
song
trying to
at the
make it
beginning was
entertaining.
quite amazing.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Loved every second of that. And I love Megan Hilty. I don't know, you don't know who that is.
No.
And even though we've talked about her many times.
Probably.
It's all good. So that was my thought on it, as I thought it was good. I don't think it was the most amazing thing ever, but I also didn't hate it. I wasn't expecting a lot of new announcements. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
So hopefully that answers that question. Let's talk about actually more of our experience just with D23 in general, and I think it'll take care of some of these other questions. So this year, we bought our tickets. Somebody did ask like how hard they are to get tickets. We don't know.
In general, it's not super easy because you have to be in the queue for a while, and they sell out at, like, you have to do it the first day for sure.
Generally speaking, if you want the best tickets, they usually are gone within about a week.
I mean, prior D23 Expos, before they changed the name, they used to do the like ambassador or VIP type. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but they don't do that anymore.
No, I know. Like that. So that was like sell out a lot. So they had other regular tickets. Now, I mean, it's just all pretty much the same. It just depends on if you want to go to the Honda Center or not.
So I wouldn't say that it's necessarily difficult. Our process wasn't hard at all because we bought our tickets through Club 33.
Yeah.
And so it was easier because they had a different thing. And that's also why for us, our D23 actually started on Thursday night because we had a big Lorcana event at the Westin together with Club 33 from Walt Disney World, which is a separate club, by the way. It was a really cool event.
Which it was like mostly, well, it was more people from Florida than there were Disneyland people.
But the whole point of it was to talk more about Lorcana, the creators of the game, where they're talking about it. They were talking more about like how they developed it. One
of the artists.
The artist was there talking about it. We did a big collection quest with everybody. It was fun, except for people did not understand how valuable the cards could be to people who actually play the game.
Yep.
And so there were people that just kind of took our cards.
Yeah. We're like, thanks.
Luckily, we had already hidden the cards that were the most valuable, but it was all good. The funny thing is, I got talking with this lady from Seattle originally, who is a member of Club 33 in Walt Disney World, and she had been saying how through the Festival of the Arts at Epcot, they had been trying to push Lorcana on their club. And like she said, when we would go to the club on our way out, they would give us a pack of cards. And she's like, I didn't know they were worth anything, so I feel bad because I would always just throw them away.
We're like, no.
And so we actually saw her at the, it was called Salon 64, was the Lounge, thank you, for the Club 33 members. And she came over and she handed us all of the card packs that they had given, because all of us left with a whole box of Lorcana cards. She knew they weren't going to use them, and so she was hoping she would run into us so she could give us their cards.
So that was very nice.
We were very appreciative of that. But yeah, that night was really fun.
Yep. We didn't have to get up like crazily early. You have to get up early to get the virtual.
You didn't get up crazily early.
You have to get up for the to do virtual queues for the stores. And unfortunately, there were 8 stores, so you only have 3 days, 9 stores. Mm-hmm. You only had 3 days, and you were hopefully going to get the stage passes. The virtual queues. The pin stores, a lot of them were just the pins, like they've done in the past too. So
luckily for us, we're not huge pin people, so we didn't need to worry about those.
No.
But we did. They did it differently this year than other years. They've always done the virtual queue. For years they've done that. But this year the problem was that they used to do both virtual queue and standby at the same time, but this time they did it where they would do virtual queues and it would be virtual queue only until they went through all of the groups, and then they'd open it up to standby, which I didn't love.
And multiple of our virtual queues that we got, we still had to wait in line for another like 20 or 30 minutes. So
No, only the one.
the
Lorcana.
the Ravensburger too.
Yeah.
So very annoying.
So the first morning, we didn't quite get one of the first groups, which would actually bypass the whole line in the morning. And so we did go down into the big holding area for a little bit until our group actually was called. And then they told us we were actually allowed to just bypass everyone and go straight in. I think it was shortly after that the line broke down.
Yep. If you saw it online.
And apparently everyone just stormed out of there all at once. But we did get into one store that day. We did like one panel that day. We did the Beauty and the Beast 35th anniversary panel, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But other than that, we just did mostly the showroom floor.
I felt like in general, there weren't a ton of amazing panels this
No.
year. And what was also annoying, especially on Sunday, is they had the Legends ceremony in the middle of the day. So they had panels during that because it's the middle of the day. Of course.
I missed out on the Alice in Wonderland one.
So yeah, it was kind of annoying, but
It is what it is. The nice thing was that compared to other years, it was easier to do the experiences, like the booths that were experiences. It was easier to do them because there weren't as many with lines.
yeah, I really liked the stuff. What's it called? Where they have from the vault, the Disney archives.
The archives.
Yeah,
That was really cool.
You can just walk through it. You didn't have to wait so long in a line for that.
I think the only long lines, I mean, we waited one for the Mundo Pixar experience on Saturday,
Yep. And
but
the Avatar one was a little long.
it wasn't very long.
Not terrible.
No, we didn't wait for more than like 15 minutes for that one. But if you did the stuff in the Disney Plus booth, which we did not, you'd be waiting a long time because they were all photo ops, and that takes as soon as you see it's going to be a photo op.
Oh, yeah.
The lines are incredibly long, and it's kind of annoying. So we didn't do that. But even the Marvel booth, the TVA experience, even we didn't wait very long for that, and the line was physically very long.
Maybe like 20 minutes, but it wasn't too bad.
But it wasn't very bad at all. And so we spent most of the day just like wandering around the showroom floor on
There's
Saturday.
definitely a lot to see. We didn't buy like a ton of stuff in all the stores. A little bit of shirts, a few pins here and there, but yeah, we're not huge like crazy pin people.
The Disney Entertainment Showcase was that night, which it was frustrating to get to because the cops didn't. It's a whole other story, I think, for another time.
Yeah, wrong track, like wrong road, evidently.
Well, Google doesn't know what roads the cops are going to be closing down for a special event in the Honda
night.
Center.
Yep.
But it was a fun fun showcase. There's a lot of good movies coming out. It was a lot better than last time because that panel was so long.
So long and so drawn out.
On Saturday, we did get a virtual queue number 1, so we were able to bypass the whole queue and just went right into the showroom floor.
Into the air conditioning?
Yes, before 9 a.m., which was great. Again, we mostly just did the showroom floor that day. I don't even know if we did a panel that day.
I thought we may have done one.
Did we? Oh, we did the Zootopia.
Yeah, Zootopia, yep.
We did a Zootopia panel. That was fun. But other than that, we just spent the day on the showroom floor, and that was it. We didn't do anything else. We did do a lot of Lorcana stuff.
It's kind of annoying.
Because that was the day we also were able to get a virtual queue for Lorcana.
It's kind of annoying how many panels they have. Like, what if you wanted to do 2 that were at the same time? Like,
I don't think that we had that problem.
no, we didn't, but what if someone did?
The whole point was that you have to choose.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Like, they used to not do that. They used to be like, well, there's only like one panel being held right now, but then no one could go to it.
Right.
So the fact that they have multiple going on at the same time makes it where you actually can get in. Because by the way, every panel we tried to get into, we got into. There was no problems. We had to show up a little bit earlier, but not terribly early, and we were fine. Then that was the night of the Disney Experiences Showcase. Went much smoother. We enjoyed that night a lot. Sunday, we decided to do another virtual queue, even though technically we had done all the stores we wanted, but we wanted to try and get in the showroom floor early again.
It's very helpful.
And we got group 1 again.
I bought a fair amount there.
We actually did buy quite a bit from that store. We didn't think we were going to, but we did.
And the one nice thing about that store is it had pins and regular merch for people who are crazy pin people.
Yes. We got to meet up with... we went to a panel for a little bit about Disney World Builders. We had to leave early because the panel went long, and we needed to leave to get to the Disney Legends ceremony. We met up with a friend of ours and her mom, and we gave them a ride, and we just caught up for a little bit before and after that showcase, which was a lot of fun.
Katie, she was on a cruise with us years ago.
Yep. Then we came back, and we actually just finished on the showroom floor the rest of the night, and it was nice.
I thought it would die down more so that we could.
Not.
It did not much, so we still had to wait in some lines, but we got to see the fun Lego Pirates of the Caribbean thing. It was so cool.
Oh, it was so cool. All right, I need to make sure that we have time to go through some of these questions. Someone was asking about how do you get tickets for Asia. No idea. Every other year it's in Anaheim, and every other year it's in Asia, and I have no idea how they run that.
No clue.
I wish I could
I would
help
assume
you
it's
out.
online somewhere.
What got the biggest reaction? Tomorrowland? From me? Yes. Yes.
Maybe there was a fair amount from that and the Figment thing.
The Imagineering panel from Sunday, was that a special invite? I think they're talking about when we talked to the Imagineers. No.
You just walk in and...
In the Imagineering booth, they just have Imagineers in there, and you can ask them any questions you want.
Oh, yeah. They often can't tell you stuff.
Do you want to tell them about everything we found out to Tomorrowland being prioritized over Avatar?
It is not. They're working on both. I even saw something online today that said that Avatar is being like pushed back, quote unquote. I'm like, no, they're still working on both.
Yeah, they just said that there's nothing that they've been told that says that one is being prioritized over the other. In fact, if anything, it almost seems like Avatar has more designs finalized than Coco. Because they actually were showing, here's what the boat's going to look like. And here's where the monorail is probably going to go.
And if you do get to go to future D23s, and you're interested in a particular like park or land or ride or whatever, they have the Imagineers that stand by those like exhibits or whatever that are working on it. So you can ask, like, go to the different ones and ask certain questions.
You had a good point that I kind of want you to mention, because we were talking about, people keep saying like, well, no one likes Avatar. It's an IP that no one likes. Why are they building this?
It's not, my take is it's, people aren't like obsessed with it. Like there's not a cult with it, but it is popular. Like people go to the movie, people enjoy the land in Florida, but they don't like dress up as Avatar all the time or like go crazy for everything Avatar.
I mean, 3 movies have made Disney like billions of dollars. So it's not like you can't say it's not popular.
And people will go to it.
But it's not crazy. And yet, remember, Pandora, the World of Avatar and the Animal Kingdom is one of the most visited sections of the park.
Yep.
Like, by far.
Not hard to do when an Animal Kingdom has 3 attractions.
That is very true. What was the best and hottest costume you saw? And related, someone said, what are some of the best cosplays you saw?
Saw some pretty good stuff. The sisters from...
The Sanderson sisters.
No, and also the Star Wars people, the red ladies, witches or whatever. Someone did a really good job with those.
I can't even imagine how long it would take them to do that. There were some fun ones. Like there were some people that took some interesting takes on Wally and Eve.
Also some like melding. See. It's always fun with cosplay to have like
there was a couple
Leia there was Cinderella.
She was just a Jedi Cinderella.
Jedi Cinderella.
I saw ones who were Beauty and the Beast, but they were Jedis.
Yep.
And that was a lot of fun too. So it was fun to see what people do.
Yep. A lot of shirtless people that shouldn't have been. What were they dressed as?
They were all trying to be Ariel.
Oh yeah,
it was usually men gender bending Ariel.
See,
so they could
I
be
did that
shirtless.
before, but I had a shirt on.
Like I don't think you need to do that. I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with it. It was just more like really
a little weird.
Tips on someone planning to go for the first time. Just
don't have high expectations for stuff because you can't do everything.
You really can't do it all. We didn't do it all.
But make sure you learn what's there, learn what times things are at. The schedule's done in advance, and you can see, I think they have the showroom floor map in advance too.
Yep.
So yeah, just plan well.
Be honest, how much money is spent for tickets and merch? How much is like our actual tickets, or how much We stood next to someone at that last pin store we were at who spent $3,300 in a single transaction.
Just on pins, and it wasn't even that many pins.
Yeah,
so you can spend a lot. We didn't spend like insane amounts.
You don't have to spend a ton. I think tickets, even for a 3-day Honda Center ticket, is only like between $300 and $500, I think.
Yeah.
So you don't have to spend a crazy amount of money.
Definitely some money, because some of the merch is just so cool and so exclusive. So.
The only other question that we really haven't responded to is opinion on the new Villain Land, because that's in the Magic Kingdom.
Jordan's not that excited.
I have reasons. If you want to know why, I can. If you guys really, really want to know, I can put it on a story. I have opinions, and I'm not.
I think
that
it'll be
excited
okay.
by it.
I'm interested to see what will happen, but
I'm interested to see what will happen.
Yes,
but
definitely.
I don't have high opinions of it for very, very specific reasons. But I don't need to go into it right now. I just want to focus on the fact that, like, no, I really, like, Tomorrowland is actually happening. Like, that's the only thing I care about in my life right now. Well, that and the cat. You're in there somewhere.
She's asleep on the
ottoman.
Ottoman. Very cute.
So that's a whirlwind recap of everything that happened at D23. And in case you're wondering, that's a very accurate representation of what D23 is like. It's kind of a whirlwind.
And we only did the park on Thursday. We didn't even go to the other days.
We were too tired.
Some of our friends and then just people online said that the parks were dead, and they were
Which we
very
tell
dead.
you all
we
the
tell
time.
you it's going to be dead. People that were at the expo.
The day before and the day after, crazy busy.
Yep, days of
Not busy at all. Because people are just at the convention center. They're nowhere else.
Like
so
you're physically not at Disneyland. So
yeah. So, but it's so fun. I am still looking forward to 2028. And they do this again, and every time they just do things a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. Our first year, that was I don't know why we went back.
It was so disastrous. It was horrible. The security lines were terrible. It was so bad.
Oh my gosh, we stood in line for like over an hour
in the heat
trying to get in. It was so bad. Now it's so much better, so much more streamlined.
In fact, that line started in Garden Grove.
It did.
And we had to go to Anaheim.
Yeah, it was
They're
not
right
good.
next to each other. But
anyway, but we had a great time. Probably spent more than we should have, but it's okay. Because we wanted it. And actually, we did edit ourselves.
yes.
We were good about that. So anyway, I know this is really long. It's one of our longest episodes ever, but there was just a lot to talk about. If there's still a lot of questions out there, maybe next week we'll do a little bit more. But in the meantime, plan your own trip to Disneyland using our friends at Getaway Today. Use the link in the description to book through them, and it's a great way to help support us as well.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
And then make sure that you also subscribe to the podcast to get new episodes as they drop. And then we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.